just got my license!
Hey, I'm getting mine next.
Hey, I doubt it!
Dang! How could you do this to me, darling? No!
The Filthy Spaniard writes, with the changes to Orochi and Ibushi, we are now seeing attacks with speeds that are not multiples of 100 ms. Are you planning on rolling out similar changes to other characters?
That's a big one, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of paragraphs.
All right, let's attack it in pieces, I guess. So step one, 33 ms increment. This is super nice. Before, some time ago, we used to be locked to 100 ms. We tried out some stuff before on one of our testing phases, I want to say. Before Marching Fire, if I recall, where Raider had it, Nusha had it, some other stuff. I think that's really interesting. If we can break away from 100 ms increments into 33 ms increments, we have a little more granularity, and we can play with certain things that need to be. Yes, we see it with like Orochi attacks here, so it's a nice testing ground. Not testing ground, I guess.
Centurion, Gladiator, Warlord were hinted for the testing grounds. They were confirmed today, just a few minutes ago. We confirmed it.
Yeah.
What kind of changes are we talking about here? Big changes, small changes, complete rework?
So,
What's the deal?
So basically here we're looking at like Warlord's going to be smaller, Gladiator will be a bit bigger, and then Centurion's the big one. We think with these characters that's kind of the order of who's closest to their live state to where they need to be. So we'll see. Yes, I think each player of these classes will be happy. And if you're certain Centurion, it's going to be fun to beat the crap out of people suddenly.
Of course.
I think that's going to make a lot.
When can we expect new armor sets instead of new weapon sets? They're beautiful, but we already have so much.
We're planning to release them soon.
Okay.
So, is Jormungandr's Hammer Slam going to be her ultimate goal, or is it possible for her to win a match just as easily without using that move? It kind of feels like it's the main focus. I mean, it was really brought forth last week.
Is what we want the character to be about. In the same way that, like, if you look at Shaman, yes, if she bleeds you and then gets a bite off, she's on the road to winning.
Yeah.
We think the same thing will happen here with Jormungandr, where if you can out-stamina the opponent, knock them down, especially with a heavy finisher, and go for your Hammer Slam, you're probably going to win that round. And if you're in Dominion or something like that, yes, the feats are helping you out with HP and shield for that. So we definitely think it's going to be good to get the Hammer Slam. But at the same time, yes, you're still doing damage with heavy attack, light attack, zone attack that allows you to chain.
It's called currently feints are reactable to many players with good reactions. Are there any plans on making them more believable and therefore improving offense across the board? For example, removal of the feint smoke, or ensuring that feints always come out at the most delayed timing?
So I definitely agree that feints need to be a little less obvious to the opponent.
One of the most powerful option selects has been removed from the game with the changes that were done, or at least significantly nerfed. Are there any plans to nerf other powerful option selects, just like the Conks or Shinobis or Highlanders, which are all relying on charging heavy attacks?
So same thing there. I mean, like option selects in principle are bad. Yes, totally agree. I'm definitely not a fan of Conqueror's charge heavy. This is one of the worst, in my opinion, because it makes the character so safe. There's no risk.
Are there currently any plans to look at reducing overtune damage on punishes with certain characters? For instance, on a single light parry, which on average
definitely we're looking at how much damage does a heavy parry punish get, how much does a light parry punish get, how much does your opening light get, how much does a heavy blah 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 kind of get.
Yeah.
Yes, we would not like the.
And he says, or she says, I know Peacekeeper is a tough thing to adjust due to her damage since Deep Gouge exists. You guys had adjusted.
We don't want to go back to the situation we were at before, obviously, where she was doing 49 damage, heavy or parry punishes, basically.
Will Hitokiri be looked at in Season 3 with the goal of making the character less of an ultra-defensive one, but a viable and more fun hero?
So I think what this person is probably talking about is the early uninterruptible stance on the heavy opener. Right now we can see with Jormungandr that we've put it at 400 MS instead of 300 MS, 300 being on Hitokiri, 400 being on Jormungandr. We'll see how this pans out, and we'll reevaluate Hitokiri at that time.
With Vakriswan again, since Orochi is considered a pure 1v1 specialist by the devs, will he be given tools that make him actually viable in 1v1 at high level?
So Oroshi's kind of in the same case as Peacekeeper. We want to go one step at a time. We're seeing some pieces here. We'll reevaluate. We'll do some pieces later on. As we said before, definitely we want all characters to be viable. We want all characters to feel like they have a chance they can win.
Yeah, and also I don't know if I'm going a little bit off of